Hey, it's Tom from Inspiration Metalworks, and I am still around. Hey, how are you doing today? Happy Monday. It is Memorial Day here in the United States, and that means that I have a rare day off. Just as a reminder, though, folks, Memorial Day is not about those of us who are, have served or are currently serving. It is about those who served and didn't come home. So just try and keep that in mind. Nothing makes me more uncomfortable than people thanking me for my service on Memorial Day, and it's just like, I'm the lucky one. So yeah. Anyways, it's about remembering those who didn't make it home. Ooh, that looks neat, huh? I don't really care. It works. Gets our audio. All right. So, oh, hey Scott. Welcome, welcome. Let's. I'm still getting set up here. Sorry about that. It's been far too long since I've done this. To be honest, I don't think I've put a video out in 2 or 3 months, and I haven't done a live stream in at least as long. But let's talk about what's been going on and why that's the case. I don't know if everybody knows this. The shop is not my full-time job. It is something I do on the side. It is an aspiration of mine to run this shop as a full-time endeavor, but right now it is not. So effectively, I work 2 full-time jobs. Hey Larry, how you doing? And what that means is sometimes there's high points and low points for me as far as just busy, and any business is going to be cyclical, but in this particular case, I was put on a new project at the beginning of the year, and it has me working harder than I have in a long time. It takes all of my effort. So I haven't been in the shop as much as I'd like to. The other part is when I have been in the shop lately, I've been doing some prototypes for folks that I'm under NDA for. So a non-disclosure agreement, for those of you who aren't familiar with that term. And that means I can't really show you what it is that I've been working on. I have been busy though. I've had quite a bit going on. I've been making more magnets. If you guys don't realize, I make some pretty heavy-duty brass magnets. Of course, I don't have any here with me. They're out holding stuff up. But yeah, I've been getting magnets out for folks. I've had some repeat work. Hang on, I got some of these sitting around here. I do some work for a company that makes weightlifting equipment, and so I've had the lathe going. Oh, hey, Michael. Yeah, that's your tattoo comment. I feel you on that. Yeah, so I do some work for this company that does weightlifting equipment, and one of the repeat jobs I do on the lathe are these pins for them. 6061 aluminum. There's actually another operation that happens. This is just one that I was using to dial the machine in, and then we put a 3 slot in here, and so this becomes part of a handle. You've actually, in the past, probably have seen me make every one of these parts on different videos I've done. There's a little 1/2 inch round bar handle. It's like 3 inches long. There's, if you look at any of my screen art on my channel, the thing that says Prolock Wrap, that's the crank arm here that goes around it, and so this whole thing becomes a crank, right? And this pin is what tightens things up. So I ran a batch of that lately, and right now I'm doing another run of, oh, you know what? I should have gotten better prepared. I'm sorry, folks. Let me grab something here. I'll grab one of the finished products, but we'll look at this process here as we go along as well. Today's job, what I'm working on today are these, right? And I make these, they're basically just hex head style almost like not sockets, drivers, hex head drivers. These are used in a transportation company. They asked me to create these for them, custom, because it used to be like these multiple parts that they used. I think they use these to tighten up the tarps, if I remember correctly. I don't get too deep into how they use them, other than just enough to know what they want to do. And so I turn these on the lathe. I take them over to the mill. I put the holes in them. Actually, if you saw my Instagram yesterday, I said I was poking some holes in, I was doing this, right? So 7/8. And then I weld in the hex head. Now, this particular one is 3/4. I also do a 5/8. And I do them slightly differently. Here, I'll show you. Hang on, let me. Hey, all right, look at that. Multiple cameras and everything. Okay. So let's start with these. So again, I told you I turn these, right? So face, give it a little radius on the end. I bore the center out for the insert, and then I drill the cross hole. And really, that cross hole, it's just for a pry bar to go in, right? So there's nothing fancy about any of this. This is mostly get rid of sharp edges, make sure everything's okay. So the hex, I cut to length. It gets set in there. I clamp them in place, and then I weld. I do a full weld all the way around to hold it in place. It's real well. It gets all the mill scale off of it. It gets everything ready to go, and then I do the blackening on it, the black oxide. So that's today. Let me get back to the camera. So Scott says, why not mill the flats on it so it's one piece? I could do that. In fact, if I had live tooling on the lathe, that's exactly what I would do. So in that case, this would just be one piece, and then it would register mill. Now I could take this into the lathe as well, or sorry, into the mill. I've got an indexing tool, right? So put it in. I could, index and have it just rotate. But what I don't have, the reason why I've been doing it the way that I have been is, frankly, I can get the stock pre-cut for me. So the hex is pre-cut. It's just poking a hole in there, drop it in place. I can weld this up faster than I can make it doing these other things. Black hole video gone, yeah. Sorry about that. It looks like I'm having some video, some issues with streaming today. Partly, I'm sure, because my kids are home doing all kinds of crazy stuff online as well. But my setup here, I haven't quite gotten it the way I'd like. So, working on it. And with any of this is all good practice for the summer bash, right? How many of you are coming to the summer bash? Cutting tool designer. Are you coming this year? How's your shoulder? I'd love to know, Dennis. Bandwidth woes, yeah. I actually have decent bandwidth. It's just the shop is quite a distance from. I don't know if I can change any of this while I'm at it. Yeah, I don't see a way for me to make a change on the fly. Oh, that's recording. Yeah, all right. Well, we'll leave it at that. Yeah, I'm not sure about a grab bag, Scott. I'll look at that though. Yeah. Make sure I've got your address too, by the way. Can you shoot me an email? Okay. Where are we? I know my stream keeps going in and out. Sorry, folks. might see about stopping the stream and changing settings and coming back, but I'm not sure that I can do that just this minute. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna walk over here. We're gonna switch camera angles again, and we will, I'll show you how I do this. So since we're here, we'll see how it goes. All right. You guys can't see quite everything. So the irony of all this is I've got all this Miller welding gear. And today we're going to be using the Lincoln. No, I'll be honest, I don't have a preference. They both get the job done. So we will do what we can. So 1/4 inch, 370 and 20 amps. Where am I at? Let's start here. We'll see how it looks. I have been getting over some pretty nasty sunburn, so I'll at least cover some of this. Hopefully it doesn't mess with the mic too much. I'm not gonna button everything up. I'm just gonna, it's really, if I just had sleeves, I'd wear my sleeves. It's just to cover the arms right now. I'm doing everything wrong, but it'll get the job done. All right. I apologize for getting my back to you guys. Where I can, I will keep things out in the open for you. All right, so get it clamped in place. You guys still here? Everything okay? What's the chat look like? Okay. Helmet on. I've got gas. A little purge. All right, so one of the things that I do, here's my little tip for you. Cooking spray. Believe it or not, it's the same kind of stuff that you use for anti-spatter, and it costs tons and tons less. So I spray the inside of the nozzle, I spray the surface down, and it does a really good job. So let's see, what do I got set at? All right, let's see how we go. Well, I'm getting enough light from the background that I need to change my delay. Now this helmet has an auto sensor, which is kind of nice. Just press and hold the button and figure it out. Hey, now I can see. So I'll tack it up first. And that's just to keep it from rotating around and stuff. I don't know how that's doing for audio, so if you guys can kind of let me know, I appreciate it. All right, we'll go ahead and get this welded out. And what I don't have are fancy shields on the camera and stuff like that, so sorry guys. Yeah, I can't.